Good morning. Let me start the timer. Hi everybody. Oh, hi to you. Hi to me. Let me just move. Oh, look at that. There's a ding. Let us start gently rolling the shoulders and at the same time bending and straightening the legs ever so gently. And you can also, for this exercise, allow a tiny bit, I'm exaggerating it, but a tiny bit of forwards and backwards motion. Change direction of the shoulders. Feet are about hip width apart. You've got a lovely day planned. I know I've got a lot to do today, all of which I hope I'm going to enjoy. Change direction. Change direction of the shoulders, obviously. Can't really change direction of anything else. Well, maybe you could. You could probably go side to side instead of slightly forwards and backwards, but we won't. We'll stick with the gentle pulsing of the legs and the rotation of the shoulders. Just gently starting our morning exercise. And lift a leg and an arm. Nice and gentle, breathing in and out through the nose. I didn't need to put the heating on in the studio this morning. It's slightly warmer in here, and it's not what you would call sort of Caribbean weather. Keep going. Just keep going with the simple arm and leg raise for a minute. Then we'll switch to opposite side. And it's warm enough that with the jacket on, all is well. Switch to opposite arm and leg. Bring your knee and arm, well, bring your arm up to about shoulder height or eye height. Bring the knee up to whatever height feels comfortable. Going. Breathing in and out through the nose if you can. Go now, same side, double raise. I've realised that somehow on this broadcast, the back camera isn't working. So I hope you'll accept my apology and we'll do without the back camera today. Going. if you're watching this either on Facebook or YouTube, either live or, sorry, wait a moment, opposite hand and leg, either live or the recording, and there are particular times in the morning that would be better for you. So maybe not an 8 o'clock session, maybe a 7 o'clock, maybe a 6 o'clock now. But see me doing that. Let me know. Keep going. Maybe I'll be able to alter the scheduling of these sessions. They do vary quite a bit anyway because of my own diary, but maybe I can accommodate requests. A day and time. Let me know. And circle the hips. Feet slightly wider than shoulder width, but only slightly. Excuse me, itchy nose. Change direction. Change direction, try and make the circles a little bit bigger. Make sure as much as you can that it is a circle so that you go forwards and backwards as well as side to side, so it doesn't become an oval where you're mainly going side to side, or forwards and backwards. I hear pigeons or crows change direction outside. We have a crow problem here. They come and eat the car wiper blades, which I shouldn't laugh about because the first time they did it, we didn't realise what they were doing, and it went on for a couple of weeks, and we had to replace about £100+ worth of wiper blades. So now we tend to cover the blades over, but yes, interesting animals. Gently stretch side to side. Nice and easy, a range of motion exercise, not actually trying to stretch. You can let the head loll side to side as well, giving yourself a gentle stretch in the opposite sides. Neck muscles straighten up, gently forwards and backwards. Nice and easy for now. Probably do some more of these later. Well, we'll do some more in a minute, but that's another story. Straighten up, go side to side again. You'll have figured out by now what I meant by I said we'll do some more of these in a minute. Once we've finished the side to side tips, we'll do some more forward and backwards ones. Ready to change, and change to forwards and backwards. next exercise we're going to do will be aeroplane arms. Bring the feet in slightly to about hip width, keep the upper arms still, rotate the lower arms, bend the legs slightly, sitting ever so slightly backwards. Pelvis again pelvis slightly tucked under. Change direction. Both in the same direction. Oh, I switched there without meaning to. Other same direction. I was trying to concentrate on keeping the right shoulder, the right upper arm rather, from sort of dipping down, and in doing so the hands reverted to opposite directions. Naughty lower arms. Doesn't matter. It's okay. Oops. And relax. Toe and heel. So pushing the toe down, bringing the heel up, bringing the toe down, toe up, bringing the heel down. Let me just step back a bit. So just rocking forward and backwards. And then we'll rock side to side. So the foot gently side to side. Change to the other foot, coming up on the toe, lifting the heel, coming back on the heel, lifting the toe. Nice and gentle, rhythmic, gradually mobilizing the joints in the body. Not rushing, taking it easy. And side to side with the foot. In a class scenario, when I'm teaching Tai Chi, obviously the length of the class pretty much determines the length of the warm-up, if you want to call it that. Obviously here I've got more time to invest in my body, and obviously for you to do the same for yours. And circle the knee. Obviously, if you haven't got as much time, one of the reasons that I post the recordings of the video, you can come and do some of it live, and then you can pick up the rest at a later time in the day or the evening via the recording, or obviously you can do the whole thing on the recording. Change direction. I think what I'm going to do is switch to running these on Zoom. If I can run them on Zoom, as well as perhaps Facebook and YouTube. That would be great because Zoom we could make interactive, which I can't do with my setup. Change to the other leg. So I'm just moving slightly so I can see the timer, which I put in a better place this morning. I put it in front of my eyes instead of sort of over and down. But there is a disadvantage. I get some reflection from the lights in the studio. There we go. Change. Everything in Tai Chi, yin and yang, good and bad, compromise in everything. Well, most things. I think we all have certain things that we wouldn't compromise on, and that's perhaps as it should be. Switching back to the other side, take the leg up and out, and you can bring into play the arm as well. So they both raise and go out to the side. Reverse out to the side, in towards the front. Oops. Losing my balance there. Watching the screen, doing the exercise, thinking about what comes next, and a random thought. Change to the other side. Foot and arm up and out. Yes, whilst doing the exercise and thinking about changing and etc., I was also thinking about the technical aspects of how best to provide you with the easiest interaction with this session. Change out to the side and then in to the middle. Feet shoulder width apart, turn the waist, let the arms float around the body. Concentrate on turning the waist. Obviously the hips can turn as well, but I try and minimize that. Concentrate on freeing up the waist. We'll keep going with the simple turning exercise. I say simple, it's actually quite complex. If you think about it, you're trying to completely relax the arms, you're trying to let the waist do the work, you're trying to have the legs relaxed and bent, you're trying to sit back slightly, twisting the head round as give the neck a gentle stretch as well as the body is moved around by the waist. So there is quite a lot going on. Gradually trying to increase how far you're turning. Obviously, as you get older, and we all do that every day, if you maintain a position, an ability, a range of motion, that in itself is progress, because time wants to take ability away from you. I hope that makes sense. A lot of times when I'm speaking, things make perfect sense when I think them, and then when I hear what I say, I go, and I'm bringing the feet in ever so slightly. The legs are pulsing up and down. The arms are as relaxed as possible, so it's the motion in the legs that's being transferred to the arms. The body is upright. I'm not doing that. I'm not letting the body go forwards and backwards. It's just the legs going up and down, and the arms are moving or swinging forwards and backwards, mainly because of the action in the legs. Why do I add the word mainly? It's because in my experience we are all guilty. Everybody I've ever taught this exercise to, and everybody I've ever seen do this exercise, this and variations are quite popular in Tai Chi circles, or some Tai Chi circles. The ability to relax the arms and not use the muscles in the arms and the shoulders to actually create the movement is difficult. You will see a lot of people doing this kind of thing when they actually think the arms are completely relaxed. If you're doing that kind of thing, which isn't wrong, it's just a different exercise. And if you're meant to be doing this one and you're doing that one, it's because without meaning to, you're activating the muscles in the arms. So shoulders relaxed, upper arms relaxed, forearms relaxed. And then we put the preceding two exercises together, sort of, and you get this one where you're pushing up through one leg and then the other leg, turning the waist, relaxing the arms, and getting diagonal movement. If you're finding this difficult, the most common problem is you're not isolating and pushing up through one leg and then the other leg. So as one leg pushes, the other leg has to relax down. It's only a small movement in the legs. I don't know. Less than a centimetre of movement in the legs. But it's enough, because the leg muscles are powerful muscles, it's enough, the gentle, maybe a centimetre. It's enough to generate the power needed to get the arms moving, obviously along with the movement in the waist. As relaxed as possible. And take the feet comfortably wide, just gently pulse just a couple of centimetres up and down. I've turned the legs out turned the feet out slightly. Okay, now rock from side to side. What I was going to say was, with all these exercises, try and keep the knees as in line with the toes, with the feet as possible. So with the feet slightly turned out, then the knees are going in this slightly diagonal. Obviously, if you're super flexible, you can take the legs out further, go back to the center, pulse up and down, pushing the knees out a little bit so they stay in line with the feet. So now I'm dropping about 4 or 5 centimeters. You could obviously do this exercise for a lot longer and build up until you were doing full squats each time, but we're just doing it gently this morning, side to side. I think I've said before, there is a place for hard exercise, for strong exercise, for pushing the body to its limits, but there's also very much a more important place for gentle exercise. Bring the feet in, circle the upper body. I've just taken the feet out slightly, so they're slightly more than shoulder width apart. Gentle circles of the upper. Change direction. Now, instead of doing the normal deep circles that I often do, we're going to do a variation where we use the arms. Normally, when I circle the upper body, the arms are relaxed down in front or by the side, but we're going to do a variation with the arms in 4 seconds time. Arms come up and down, and up and down. You're not doing huge circles with the body, but you're leading through the arms. I am gradually increasing it because my body feels like it can. Other direction. Your body is your body. You do what is right for you. Relax, bring the feet in, gently circle the arms backwards. Feet about hip width, shoulder width, whatever feels right for you. Change direction. One arm in one direction, one arm in the other if you can. If not, both arms in the same direction. Excuse me, itchy nose. Change direction. tuck the elbows in, rotate the hands, make sure the legs are still bent. Change direction. Although the exercises themselves are fairly mild, I'm now, today, personally, at a point where it's beginning to be hard work. It's beginning to be exercise. I'm tired, don't know why, probably didn't sleep really well last night, don't know why. And it's like, do I have to do this? Flap the arms from side to side. And the answer, Robert, is yes, you do have to do it. I'm Robert, by the way. In exercise, gentle or otherwise, in any exercise, willpower is king. Sort of. And chopping, as it were, up and down, allowing the hands rather, to flick up and down. I think it's time to add in the diagonal arm and leg raises that I think I avoided before. So, diagonal arm and leg raises. Opposite arm and leg. Do same side double lifts when the dinger dings. Diagonal doubles. Obviously trying to keep the hips and shoulders somewhat to the front so that you are moving the leg and the arm diagonally across the body. Opposite arm and leg doubles. Roll the shoulders forwards, roll them backwards, forwards, backwards. As you do that, gently bend the upper spine forward, gently bend it backwards, just a little bit. You can, if you want to, also add in bending the head backwards and then bending it forwards. Going. Knees are relaxed, legs are bent, legs are relaxed, knees are bent, however you care to describe it. Pushing the shoulders forwards, pulling them backwards. take the arms in a circle in front of the body, take the feet slightly wider, take the weight side to side, so it is as if the arm circles are actually being created by the movement of the body, though in fact they're both doing a bit. Change direction. Body come to the middle, let the arms rotate in front of the body. I tend to put one arm over the other and then the other arm over the other. So my left arm's on top, my right arm's on top, my left arm's on right arm, the left arm. But it's not too important. Change direction. Left arm on top, right arm on top, left arm on top, right arm on top, etc. etc. Right, itchy nose, relax. Hands on hips, gently just raising the legs. Nice and gentle. Just whatever height is comfortable for you. And then side, it's one side, the other side. Again, whatever height just seems to be appropriate. And check behind you that it's safe for you to do backwards ones in a minute. We don't want you kicking the cat, kicking the Ming vase, whatever you happen to have, and backwards. Nice and gentle. Trying to move from the hip so the leg itself stays fairly straight. And circle the hips, nice and gentle. Change direction. And turn the head side to side. Feet about hip width apart. Legs relaxed, knees bent, pelvis tucked under, sitting ever so slightly backwards. Bring the hands up onto the chest, nod the head up and down. front, take first one ear, then the other ear up towards the ceiling. Take the head forwards and then pull the chin back and in. Jump forwards, pull it back and in. Looking to the front, moving the whole head across the body from one side to the other. I think I've said before, I do find this particular exercise challenging, probably because I had never really done it before, 6 months ago. So head down, turn it from side to side so the chin is loosely tucked towards the chest. Yeah, the side to side one, 67 years as it were of not doing it. So my 68th year as I start to do that head side to side one. It's challenging, but it's interesting. Old dogs can learn new tricks. And hands down, head in a U shape. And relax, give everything a little shake. I'm just going to turn the timer off. That turns that off. Oh, that's the timer falling on the top of the, oh, sorry about that. That's the timer falling on top of the keyboard. I'm just carrying on with a little shake. It was about 44 minutes. I hope you enjoyed it this morning. Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow. If you would like to see this and be able to be part of it on Zoom, leave a message and I will look at the technical aspects involved. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye.